Hello and welcome back to Hop to the Top. Today we have got 3 games coming up for you should we need all 3 games. We've got Young Boys in the Swiss Cup final, then we've got Thun in the Swiss Super League, and then we finish off the season with Basel once again in the Swiss Super League, which could be the deciding game as to who gets the Super League title. So first things first, since you were last here for the win over Sion in the semi-final and then the 1-1 draw against Zurich, we played only 2 games, both league games, but we managed to win both of them. We started off with a 5-2 win over Zamex, with Matthew Bottles picking up a hat-trick in that game, which was beautiful, and Harvey Elliott also picked up a brace, so he's not too far away from 20. He got 19 goals in all competitions, so very nearly at 20 goals in this season, which is very, very good going. Bottles, on the other hand, has sort of snuck up a little bit. He's now got 11 goals in all competitions, which is pretty good going, actually, when you consider that for a long time he only had like 3 or 4. We then followed up with a 2-0 win over St. Gallen, which was huge because they are a team sort of around the top half of the table, challenging us a little bit, which was good. Palmeirio got sent off in the 19th minute, but didn't stop us because Harvey Elliott and Matthew Bottles both again picking up goals in that game. Unfortunately, right at the very end, Felipe Cruz picked up an injury. He's out for 6 weeks. Unfortunately, we've probably now seen the last of Felipe Cruz. He's out for the rest of the season, and again, he has been incredible this season. Not quite as good as last season, apparently, according to his average ratings, but still very, very good. And quite frankly, I'd be very surprised if Benfica let us have him again for a 3rd season in a row. He's signed a new contract with them where he's now valued at £18 million and he's on £27,000 per week. So we're not signing him permanently anytime soon. The best chance we've got is a loan deal next season, but I'm not sure if he's ever going to want to come back to us again. I think he might want to try and stay at Benfica now. And you know what? He deserves it. He does deserve it. He's been an absolute servant to the club. Thank you so much for all your efforts, Felipe Cruz. Unfortunately, this might be time this time. Either way, in the 2 games that we had off camera, Basel drew one of them against St. Gallen, which was very handy for us because it now means that we are within 2 points of Basel now at the top of the table. So as long as we don't lose to Thun, we win that game, and then we beat Basel, we'll win the title. If we draw to Thun or lose to Thun and Basel win, then it's all over. So it's very tricky still, but we should be beating Thun, who have qualified for the Europa Conference League next season by finishing 6th in the table. They can't go any higher, can't go any lower, so it's pretty good going. We are guaranteed Champions League football alongside Basel as well, and I think Young Boys will pick up that 3rd Champions League spot as well. I don't think Luzern are going to be getting there, so that's good for the top 3 sides. First things first, though, the Cup final. That's what we need to focus on against Young Boys, and we've got a slightly depleted team today. We've got Fruchtel in goal, a semi-usual backline of Gauther, Bajrami, Augusto, and then Biancone is there at the moment as the backup in place of Felipe Cruz out for the rest of the season. Palmeirio and Schneider in the middle with Claude Maurice, Alex Smith, and then Matthew Bottles playing at right wing today because Harvey Elliott picked up a knock in the last game as well. He's not really fit enough to play in today's game, unfortunately, which means that Molnar is going to be leading the line for us in the cup final. Fingers crossed he adds to his tally of 4 goals this season. Hopefully he gets a hat-trick. Right then, kickoff is upon us here today. Now, this sort of brings back a few memories from 2 seasons ago where Augusto just picked up his 21st yellow card of the season in all competitions. What an incredible stat that is. But that's not the bad memory. The bad memory is when we lost to Young Boys in the cup final 2 seasons ago. Of course, we won it the season afterwards against a team in the 2nd Division, Winterthur. Felt a little bit like cheating. Today, if we win the cup final today, I think it will feel like a proper victory because it's a team that are actually very, very good in Young Boys. We get the ball out to Claude Maurice, though, and Claude Maurice looking to cut inside. Does it quite nicely, to be fair. Gets out to Palmeirio. Alex Smith shoots from distance, and it goes in the back of the net. What a finish that was. It actually goes down as an own goal. It hits the crossbar, bounces down, hits the keeper in the back, and then goes in the back of the net. So I'm pretty pleased with that one, I've got to say. It's Claude Maurice. Good bit of movement for him, to be fair. And Smith just whacks it. And yeah, hits the crossbar, bounces back off the keeper into the back of the net. 1-0 after 15 minutes. There is a highlight, though, straight from the kickoff. If we can grab a second goal instantly, that would be fantastic. Let's put the press on, boys. Let's keep the pressure up as it goes all back to their goalkeeper, who looks to launch one from the back after Molnar puts a bit of pressure on. Idrissi on the ball. He's been dangerous against us in the past as we've just lost the ball. Biancone loses it and Fruchtel forced to make a very, very good save there. And Bajrami gets the ball clear. Young Boys looking to come down their left-hand side of the attack. The ball forward to Hass is quite a good one. Good tackle from Bajrami, and what a save from Fruchtel there. Obviously, he kind of probably knows his days are numbered now as our first choice goalkeeper, so he's trying to prove himself to be a top quality one, and that was a top quality save. We've got a free kick though, Schneider putting it into the area. Molnar's there, Alex Smith was there, he forces it just wide though. It was a good effort from us. And as the first half starts to wind down now, the final 10 minutes of it or so, we need to try and look to just cement ourselves a little bit. We don't want to give away any goals to Young Boys, who come close once again. They've been the side slightly on top in today's fixture so far. Of course, we're ahead on the scoreline, which is the only stat that matters, but we need to ensure we do something to keep it that way. So at half-time, it's the Florent Calas own goal that separates the two sides. I think we can go out there in the second half and do a job. I'm pretty confident of it. You know, the boys have got something about them this season. Despite selling arguably our best player in E08, they've really rounded together this season and performed magnificently well, particularly in the Champions League. And we've had a much tougher cup run this season, and yet we've got to the final once again. Currently halfway through it, and we are on our way to winning it. So I'm pretty pleased with how it's going. This team has battled hard. And I say that because we picked up so many yellow cards this season. They can't be battling softly. I think the side as a total, we've got over 100 yellow cards in all competitions. It's something mental like that. The home screen that I show you at the very start of the episode, I mentioned before, it just keeps like changing what it shows you every time, which is a bit frustrating. Sometimes it comes up with a stat for yellow cards though, and it did say like 110 or something like that when I saw it last time round. Molnar has just raced forward, beaten the defenders and slipped it underneath the goalkeeper. He's made it 2-0 after 50 minutes. I think we're definitely on our way to winning a second cup title in a row, which is fantastic. Molnar just sliding there to get it underneath the goalkeeper. Keeper does nothing, doesn't go to ground to try and catch the ball. He just tries to kick it, I think, really. But Molnar gets there first. You love to see it. 2-0 up. And I think we should maybe look to make a change in the team just because we want to stay rested for the Toon game. But we won't do it just yet because Idrisi on the ball right now, the danger man, gives it away to Alex Smith. If we can grab a third goal here, that would be incredible as Bottles races forward. Come on, Bottles. Doesn't get it on target. All right then, changes are needed right now. Schneider's a bit tired, so we will bring on Wirtz for him. Gauther's tired, so we'll bring Boone on for him. And then Alex Smith will come off for Dajaku. Young Boys looking to come forward though now, and they've got the ball into the middle. It's cleared though, and Molnar collects the loose ball. Ball back forward to Molnar. Can he just get it through to one extra person? Surely a red card there. He's just absolutely careered into us, and there was no card at all. No card at all for any Young Boys player there. You hate to see it. Either way, the three substitutes have just come on, and straight away, Bajrami picks up a knock, which is frustrating. We've got to hold on for another 10-12 minutes or so with him with an injury at the back. So hopefully it's not too serious as Fructal makes another good save. Less than 10 minutes to go now, and for some reason, Young Boys have gone ultra... They might have been like that all game, I don't know. I've not looked at their formation really, but they look like they are going really ultra defensive for some reason as Claude Maurice to take a free kick. Nearly puts it in the back of a net. Leon Dajaku, the substitute, does put it in the back of a net. And in the 89th minute, we go 3-0 up against Young Boys, and surely that is that. We need to just switch the camera angle to TV so we can see us lifting the trophy at the very end of the game. But what a way to start today's episode. All we need are 2 more wins, and then we've got the Swiss double once again. And as the full-time whistle is just about to blow, there we go. Second season in a row, the Swiss Cup final. We've won the Swiss Cup. It's beautiful, and this time we've done it against a decent side. I did feel like we cheated a little bit last season because we played Winter Tour from the second division. I felt like we did cheat a little bit because it was such an easy game. But this time around, a 3-0 thrashing of Young Boys. You love to see it. So Grasshoppers win the Swiss Cup again. Brilliant stuff. Bajrami's out for 5 to 8 days, so he potentially, well, he's definitely going to miss the Toon game. Potentially might miss the Basel game as well, which would be unfortunate. And we've been given £300,000 for winning that, which is good going as well. The board are happy with me, which is fantastic. I should probably mention as well, the board have given us our budget for next season. If I just search it, budget, they set the initial budget for next season, £21 million to spend. But crucially, £425,000 per week per spend on wages. Just to give you a bit of an insight into that, our current wages are pretty much near the max of what we were given this season. And this season, if I can find the finance screen, we had £154,000 to spend. We've basically tripled our budget, which is mental. So hopefully that's going to mean some big contract for some big players coming in over summer. I've already got players scouted out that I want to come into the club, so hopefully it's just now a case of getting them to sign a contract. Well, actually, that's probably the easy bit, getting them to sign a contract. The hard bit is actually getting an amicable fee agreed with other clubs. Is that the right use of the word amicable? I'm not quite sure if it is or not, but I've said it now. Either way, 2 days off before the Toon game. As long as we win the Toon game, we're in with a shout of winning the Swiss Super League as well for a second season in a row, which would be beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you. Have we ever, in a series, won 2 top division league titles before? Because usually when we get to the point of winning a Premier League with like Lincoln City or Lincoln United, We win the one title and that's it. We sort of just stop the series there a little bit. And with Real Oviedo, I'm not sure if we even won a league title. I can't remember. We might have won multiple league titles with Red Star back in FM17, which was too long ago. That's far too long ago now. If any of you were here to watch the Red Star save back in FM17, you are the real OGs. Don't go back and watch it because it is terrible, but it's on the channel somewhere if you did want to check it out, but I don't recommend it because it really probably is terrible compared to how I am now. At least I hope it's terrible compared to what I am now, because if it's still the same, that would be worse. Either way, Bajrami is injured and Matthias Palmeiro is suspended. So, Bajrami, get yourself off the pitch for... Who do we bring on for him then right now? I feel like we always have another defender, but it's only Callum Brennan really to bring on the pitch instead. Augusto, what's up with him? He's got some sort of knock, but we'll leave him on the pitch for now. Palmeiro off for Marin and then take him off the bench as well. Other than that, we're going to leave the team nearly as it is. We'll bring Tim Wright back on the pitch. He came back from a small injury. Bring Claude Maurice off, Tim Wright back on. That, though, looks like a pretty decent lineup to me. Wait, hang on a second. Where is he? Harvey Elliott is now back ready to place him. Him and Bottles can swap over. Bottles back on the bench, but then we'll swap him over with Molnar. Beautiful. That's the team. Right then, kickoff is upon us once again. As long as we win, we just need to, in fact, really what we need to worry about more than anything is the Basel game, which would be nice, but they're not playing until tomorrow. So we can't rely on Basel losing or dropping points. We've got to beat Thun today. Otherwise, that probably is going to be game over because we're only 2 points behind Basel. If we slip up too much, then we will be out of the title race when it comes to the final game of the season, which will be very disappointing. Thun are coming forward, though, and they've... Okay, well, this wasn't part of the plan, all right? This was not part of the plan. I thought after we'd thumped Young Boys in the Cup final, we would stroll to success here today, but no. Somehow, Thun have taken the lead, and this was not part of the plan at all, as really, Fructal should have done so much better there. Okay then, not a fantastic start to the game. We've got a corner, which Tim Wright turns in. Tim Wright always turns up in these big situations. When we desperately need a win... He just turns up and scores a couple goals. He is so good at doing that, and he pops it from the corner here, when really he's probably the smallest person on the pitch. I'm not quite sure why he's the man at the front post, but either way, turns it in. Brilliant stuff. Back on level terms. And now Bianconi puts it in towards Schneider. Get it into the area, lads. Go on. Put it onto Tim Wright's head again. Not quite that time as Marin wins the ball. Doesn't win the ball, unfortunately. Thun coming on a bit of a counter-attack. Bit of a slow one, though. Augusto collects that ball, hooves it up, and Bottles can't quite get there because it has been cleared by the defenders. So come on, boys. Defend well. That's not defending well. Number 9's through. Fructal, massive save again. The rest of his first half, though, isn't really doing much. There's no highlights, and we're going straight to half-time, which, I mean... We've got 45 minutes to turn this around, show the pundits they've been right to back you all season, and get the win here today. Now, drawing isn't the end of the road, but it requires Basel to draw as well, so they only stay 3 points ahead of us, and then it requires quite a big goal difference swing for us to beat them to the title. So really, just score another goal out there, boys. We're going to go very attacking. We're going to show some passion out there. We might even make some changes, and in fact... The change I want to... In fact, yeah, do I just do this? Do we bring 2 strikers on? I mean, I'm sorry, Alex Smith, you've had an average game. Molnar's going to come on up front as the advance. In fact, we'll just swap these 2 around. They can play like that, that's fine. Come on. I want to score another goal. Gauthert on the ball. Not quite what we want to see. Come on then, lads. Come on. I can't believe this. Sure, we've got to get another goal somewhere. We've got to. We've got a free kick right now, which Schneider is... Matthew Bottles is taking. Go on, Bottles. Oh, that was so close. I honestly thought I was going in the back of the net, and I thought Augusto might get the rebound. Demand more. Like, what else do we do right now, quite frankly? Wing-backs on attack, please. Gauthert, get yourself on attack. Schneider, advanced playmaker. Seriously, lads, get forward, score a goal. We just need 1 goal. Don't do this to me. Honestly, don't... 20 shots and 10 shots on target. How has this happened? As Thun get it into the middle of the park. Good pressure from the boys out there, but they're still coming forward with the ball. Their number 7's through. I can feel the goal coming for them right now. Luckily, it hasn't. What do we do? What do I actually do? What do I actually do in this situation? The ball's put into the middle. Augusto clears. Marin. Right, come on, lads. Up the field, quickly. Let's get this 90th minute winner. Molnar is through. Could have been offside. Wasn't offside. Hits the crossbar. You've got to be joking me. You've got to be joking me. And now we've only got like a couple minutes to go. Passion. Something. Boys, please. I should have said get creative. That might have worked. Probably wouldn't have worked. Oh, and we've only bloody drawn with Toon. That is not what we wanted at all. We've made it hard for ourselves. The only saving grace is that Young Boys are playing Basel tomorrow. So, Young Boys, I know you'll probably want to lose this on purpose. Callum Brennan now wants a new contract. Well, how good is your actual agent at the moment? What's he like? He likes to laud his clients at other clubs while being regarded as a very... I don't want you to sell him to other clubs, though. So, sack your agent instead, please. And we might get someone else better in. He does sack his agent. And he's now got this guy who likes to laud his clients at other clubs, but is very impatient, not patient. You win some, you lose some. Okay, so really, we've just got to pray that Young Boys beat Basel. That's all we can do right now. I mean, they could draw. Drawing would be okay. And actually, drawing would only take it to 2 points, wouldn't it? Not 3 points. I don't know what I was talking about earlier on. I obviously being a bit overwhelmed by all of this. Okay, here it is. Basel v Young Boys. Young Boys, please, come on. Come on, we're praying for you, Young Boys. Just don't lose, Young Boys. All you've got to do is just not lose. Oh, they've drawn it. They've drawn it. And that's our saving grace. We nearly threw the title away with Toon. Instead, we've come back and we've drawn... Well, Young Boys have drawn with Basel for us, so they're only 2 points ahead of us. If we beat Basel now, we win the title. Simple as. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do it without Tim Wright, who picks up another long-term injury. It's not quite as long as the 10-month to 12-month one that he had last season with his broken leg, but still 6 to 9 weeks with lower back stress fracture is pretty tough. We'll send you off to a specialist. Hopefully you get better again, Tim Wright. It's kind of hampering the potential a little bit, which is frustrating. His bravery is just going down and down and down, but that determination is still up there at 16. Physicals are still fantastic, so you're still doing really well, Tim Wright. It's just a shame that these injuries keep happening to you. Hold a team meeting. That's what I'm being... What's wrong with our player liaison officer, by the way? What's going on there? I mean, he's got... I can't click on him to actually see a bigger picture. Can I? No, I can't. I'll just click on the grasshoppers. He's got some sort of skin condition, I think, because that's just not a normal skin tone for any ethnicity. Either way, we're not going to do a team meeting because we've seen how disastrous they have been in the past. They've been terrible, all right? They've been really bad. So again, we will make a couple changes to the starting lineup. We'll bring Bajrami back on for Callum Brennan. We're going to bring, where is he? Palmieri back on for Marin. This is Palmieri's last game of the season, of course, as well for us, so we might not see him again, unfortunately. Claude Maurice has got to come on for Tim Wright as well, which is a little bit frustrating because we prefer Tim Wright, but it's just the way it happens sometimes. Other than that, I don't think we can really get the squad much better other than bringing Felipe Cruz on, but he's still quite injured, so he isn't going to play. So that is the lineup. This is the team. We submit it. We go for it. Come on. Come on. I believe in us. So for the final time this season, and the title rests on this final game of the season, kickoff is upon us. And really, you know what? Finishing first or second is still an achievement. We've got Champions League group stage football next season, whatever happens. But obviously, you want to win the league title. That's what we're here for. This is what we've worked for all season. And Bottles has been put forward under pressure from two strikers and has the shot anyway. Keeper makes a save. Goes behind for a corner. And this is now where we can shine. Claude Maurice, go on. Put it on Tim Wright's head once again. Not quite. Tim Wright's not on the pitches, so he can't put it on his head, can he? Unfortunately. But Basel looking to counter-attack. Biancone with a big tackle. And sadly, Biancone's not going to be with us next season. His contract's coming to an end at the end of this season, and he's already signed a pre-contract with someone else before I even offered him his own contract. So he's going to a club in Italy, if I remember right. I can't remember. It's not a good club, I don't think, but he's going to a team in Italy. So this is actually the last game for Biancone as well. So make sure you give him a nice send-off in the comment section as well. He's been very good for us as he heads the ball down to Schneider, up towards Harvey Elliott, who cuts inside. Come on, lad. Harvey Elliott. Oh, if he got that on target, it was probably going to go in the back of the net. He just messed it up. Oh, I won't lie to you. I panicked and thought I'd missed a goal then, because I just looked down here on my screen, and you can see, look at Randy Schneider. There's a goal, there's a football next to his head, and I thought that meant he'd scored a goal. He's not scored a goal. I'm just getting too ahead of myself. As we approach half-time in a very boring game, not many highlights. Augusto's condition doesn't look great. He's picked up a knock, looks like a bruised ankle. We, though, have had 5 shots to their 1 shot, so we look like we are the better side and should be winning today's game as we go 1-0 down right before half-time. That is a horrible way to lose the first half. And I don't want to watch the goal. Just get us to half-time. Let me go aggressive at the players out there. Aggressive. I expect to see a much better showing from you. Everyone's fired up and motivated. Tactics, let's go to attacking. Come on. I believe in us. We just need to grab an early goal in this second half, and then we should be okay. Instead, we can give the ball away like that, and luckily, Fruchtel is making the saves. Thank goodness we've got Fruchtel. Right, well, the clock's sort of ticking now, and all of a sudden, Basel are doing quite well. They've scored some goals. And when I say scored some goals, I mean they've had some shots. They're now on 8 shots to our 7 shots. So, we're going to do something very similar to last game. We're going to bring Molnar on for Alex Smith again. Swap those guys over. We'll have inverted wingers on a supportive role. Schneider as that advanced playmaker on attack. Wing backs on attack. Let's just get forward with the ball. Try and do something. I think Augusto's holding us back slightly with his injury as well, so we'll swap him out for Callum Brennan. Come on. I believe in you, boys. I really do believe in you. Or do I? It's a terrible way to go down. I really thought we can go and win the title here today, but Basel proving just that bit too much stronger on the day. Demand more. There's still time to score 3 goals. We've done it before, I'm sure we have, and other teams have done it to us far too many times as well, so it is possible out there as we lose possession from the goal kick. Campo forward, into Vargas who gets there, Fruchtel with another good save and we get rid of it, but look at this. Basel really turning on the pressure now. They've dominated this second half where we've not really done anything. What do I say? Get creative out there. Get creative. Come on. Bottles with a free kick into the middle. Cleared. And is this going to be a counter-attack or is someone going to get there? It's looking like a counter-attack, unfortunately. The number 16 is racing forward on the ball. Gets the shot. Just misses. Come on. 15 minutes to get 3 goals, lads. Palmieri on the ball, up towards Claude Maurice. He gets it in towards Molnar. Molnar coming forward, racing forward. Can he get it inside? He should have crossed it. What's he being so selfish for? And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to do it. Dajaku for Claude Maurice. Come on, you try it out there for the final few minutes. Unfortunately, this season, it just wasn't to be. We lose 2-0 to Basel on the final day of the season and finish second in the 2023-24. I hope it's that season. Either way, we finished second this season. After winning the title last season, we've given the title back to Basel. You hate to see it. So I've got to say, we were agonisingly close. Agonisingly close. But in the end, Basel just proving that little bit too strong for us as they go on to win the title. On the plus side, we have gone on to qualify for the Champions League group stages next season. Alongside Basel, Young Boys go into a qualifying round, I believe. Luzerne go straight into the Europa League group stages, which is good. I think St. Gallen go straight into the Conference League group stages and Toon go into a qualifying round. So next season, we've got 6 teams qualifying for Europe, which is massive. That's fantastic. And if we can just do what we did again in the Champions League, that would be really good too. But I'm happy with how we did this season. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy with how we did. I'm a little bit concerned that we have regressed from last season. We got 70 points this season, but last season we won the title on 75 points. But actually, when you think about it, the season before that, we came second with 80 points. So it just shows how lucky you need to be sometimes. We've been given £2.81 million for finishing second, which is, it's a nice bit of money. We could do with a bit more money though, obviously, but it takes us up to £47 million in the bank, so obviously a nice bit of money to spend on players for next season. Before we finish, we'll ask the board to improve training facilities. Will they want to upgrade that? They've said no quite a few times before. Lack of ambition. I thought we should have a similar ambition for the club, and they reject it, they say there. We'll be left behind by our rivals. and they have finally agreed to upgrade training facilities again to be in line with our youth facilities. That's going to cost £5 million, but that's going to be well worth it, I reckon. We still can't ask for a new stadium, but someone actually said to me there's a sort of like a 20-year rule where you can't build a new stadium after 20 years, unless, of course, the league sort of requires you to do so. And if we look at the facilities, this stadium that we're currently in was rebuilt in 2007. So we've got to wait, I think, until 2027 before we can ask for a new stadium. But once that happens, I'll be asking for one. So I suppose now then, I just need to go and prepare for next season. We're going to start a build from the back. We're going to sign some goalkeeper and defenders and things like that. Build from the back, and I think we'll have a solid team for next season. So thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. Even though we lost the title, we won the cup at least, so I hope you did enjoy today's episode. And if you have done, please do drop a like on the video. Of course, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you next time for some more Hot to the Top. Have a good one. Goodbye.